What even is this, man? We're just a bunch of fragile bags of emotion walking around, trying to make money, trying to find a meal, trying to raise kids, trying to be happy. Each day we grow, we think we're going to get to that point where we figure it out. And you see the people older than you, and you associate a certain age with somebody who knows what they're doing. But it's not linear. Knowledge is not linear. Experience is not linear. I think we're just a summation of all our daily habits. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. Or it can just be a thing. I don't have it all figured out. I still have a lot of problems. I still got a lot of things I'm dealing with and working through. But what I am well aware of is the competition with myself. You are not in competition with Kim Kardashian or Kanye or Barack Obama or Shaq or Warren Buffett or Bill Gates or Tammy in accounting. You are in competition with yourself. And it's easy to forget that. The only thing you can really do is try to be a better version of you each day. Some days you don't make it, and some days you do. I think you can feel a greater sense of success and a greater sense of well-being if you do compete with yourself and you do get a little bit better each day. And I'm just a regular dude. You can take my advice or you can skip it. Really, all I'm doing is reading and learning from other people, internalizing it, and then saying it out loud. That's all we're really doing, right? Isn't that why you choose your friends or who you associate with? To learn from them and then get better? Your life is a summation of all your habits. And if you pay attention to the bestseller list, you should be aware of a book by James Clear called Atomic Habits. This is an incredible book with some awesome information. A lot of it kind of seems like common sense, but the way it's phrased and the way you can interpret it makes it really easy to follow. And one of the most important things I took away from it in starting a new habit is to just do it every single day, even for 30 seconds, even for a minute. If you feel like you need to start exercising and you want to go running around the block, that first step is to put your running shoes on. That's the first hurdle you have to overcome. And that's really easy, right? All you got to do is put your shoes on. If you can find those little tiny things to start a new habit and trigger you into actually doing the thing that you want to do, it makes it so much easier. And we all have things that we want to work on or get better at or stop doing. And really, it's just become a pattern in our daily life, a situation where we formed a bad habit or no habit. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something different. The older we get, the easier it is to fall into these patterns because we enjoy comfort. And change makes you uncomfortable. But change can be a good thing. And if you're in a bad spot and you're unhappy with whatever's going on in your life, the only way out of it is to change. It's really challenging to look at yourself and try to figure out why things aren't working out. If you're having trouble with your spouse, what do you need to change? If you're having trouble at work, what do you need to change? If you feel like your lifestyle's unhealthy, what do you have to change? Like I said, you are only in competition with yourself. And I don't feel like I'm some sort of spiritual being on a higher level and like I should be telling anyone how to live their life, but I have figured some things out that worked for me. And a lot of these things are based on what I've learned from other people. So in the effort of sharing information with whoever's listening to this, because I think if you are still listening right now, maybe you're interested. Here's some things that have worked for me. And a lot of them sucked to begin, but it's part of the atomic habit mantra where if you do it every day, even for just a couple minutes, it becomes part of your life. And then you can't understand what it's like to not have a day where you did it. I get up at 4:30 every morning and lift weights in my garage Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I have 2 different routines that I found on the internet and I alternate them week by week. And I'll put them down here in the comments. Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I go to the gym and do cardio, which usually consists of about 30 minutes of elliptical. I try not to skip a day, ever, because doing so makes something feel off in my body. And I know that's one of the hardest things for people to start doing is exercising, but believe me, you feel so much better when you do. You just have to make it a part of your daily routine. Think about it. Do you eat lunch every day? Do you brush your teeth before you go to bed every day? Do you drink coffee every morning? Do you wear pants to work? You can make anything a daily habit if you really want to. And finding 30 minutes to lift weights or exercise at the gym will literally change your life. I do intermittent fasting, meaning I don't eat, or at least I try not to, between about 8 p.m. and noon the next day. I skip breakfast. Trust me, breakfast eaters, you can skip breakfast. If you're one of these people that eats it every single day, you may be used to eating breakfast every single day. Intermittent fasting is not hard once you get used to it. This is in line with everything I've been saying so far. You just have to pay attention to what's going on in your body. You have to pay attention to what your habits are. And if something's off a little bit, try something different. If things are getting stale, try driving a different route to work in the morning. Try standing up at your desk or sitting down at your desk or having a cup of tea instead of coffee. I bring lunch to work almost every single day. Mostly because I'm cheap, but also because it's healthier for me. I enjoy cooking, and every night that I cook dinner, I keep half and I take it to work the next day. This is healthier and less expensive. And I'm very fortunate to have a commute to work. Why am I fortunate? Because that gives me at least 30 minutes each direction to listen and learn about something new. There are so many awesome options for things to listen to while you're in your car. You don't have to get stuck listening to that same old radio station that plays the same 10 songs that you've been hearing for 20 years. There are thousands of incredible podcasts, news shows, and audiobooks. Audible, $17 a month, and one of the best things that I pay for right now. I really sucked at reading books. I could never find the time. And since I got Audible like 2 months ago, I've already listened to 5 different books, including Atomic Habits. This is an incredible way to get better at being you. You can't let that drive inside you to learn fizzle out, no matter how old you are. And this is another way to get a more accurate portrayal of what's happening in the news. It has become increasingly harder to trust any of legacy media, including CNN, Fox, MSNBC. You can get more accurate portrayals of facts in the world from podcasts like Jimmy Dore, Patrick Bet David, PBD, Rogan, and Breaking Points with Crystal and Sagar. It is really easy these days to get stuck in an echo chamber and just re-solidify all the stuff you already believe. It is so much easier in this day and age of podcasts to get information from different points of view. After work, I either come here for a little while and talk in microphones, or I go home and work on my house. You can learn anything on YouTube. 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about renovating a house. Build walls, hang sheetrock, lay flooring, painting, electrical, building fences, installing bathroom fans. There are so many different hobbies and activities out there for you to get into. Whether you like rock climbing, crocheting, making tie-dye t-shirts with your kids, journaling, scrapbooking, working on your car, playing music, learning how to cook, landscaping or gardening, or spending time with your loved ones. You have time for whatever you want to have time for. You just got to figure out how you want to spend it. And after I work on some project, I go to allrecipes.com and figure out what I'm going to make for dinner. And depending on the level of difficulty, sometimes it don't work out. But I get better at it each time I do it. And there's something so rewarding about cooking your own food and understanding how all the elements work together. Going out is fun, but it's expensive and it's not hard. Life is so much more enjoyable when you have hard tasks and you complete them. At some point in the evening, I will practice drums and I will also practice guitar. I used to do these items a lot more frequently when I was younger, and it kind of slipped from me since I got older. But this book, Atomic Habits, really helped drive home the idea that if you just do it for a few minutes, at least you're doing it at all. At least you're getting a little bit better, incrementally better each day. So sometimes I don't want to do it, but I still go out to that garage and I sit down and I start playing, and I'll tell myself, you got to do 2 songs. I never stop at 2 songs. And you can do that too with whatever it is that you like. Find that time each day and just say, I'm going to do it for 30 seconds. I'm going to do it for 1 minute, and make sure you do it every day. And you know what? I bet you'll do it longer than you thought you would. Then we get to the end of the night where I have my 2 biggest problems in life: drinking and sleep. I'm trying to do less drinking and more sleeping, but it's hard. So that's what I'm working on. But I will tell you that I am the happiest I have ever been in my life. And it's not because I'm special. It's not because I know what I'm doing. It's not because I'm privy to some information that not anyone else can get. It's because I've tried to create good habits for myself and stick to them and try to get better than me every day. So hopefully this doesn't sound like preaching. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be me sharing ideas and things that I've learned from other people with you. But I also want you to share with me. So if you have any tips or tricks or clever habits that you have developed, put them down in the comments. I'm just trying to figure out, what do you think?